After decades of unanswered questions, the breakthrough led detectives to one person, someone who had long blended seamlessly into the community, living an ordinary life while hiding an extraordinary secret. The investigation that spanned years now entered a critical, tense stage. Surveillance was conducted quietly. Officers reviewed daily routines, and each movement of the suspect was monitored with precision. Every piece of evidence collected in 1992 and every new lead uncovered decades later now converged, pointing to the same individual. The arrest was executed early one morning, in near silence, to avoid chaos and ensure safety. Neighbors awoke to the presence of unmarked vehicles and officers quietly entering the residence. Cameras captured the moment the suspect was taken into custody, hands cuffed, expression a mixture of defiance and disbelief, the reality of their long-hidden crime finally catching up. For many in the town, the news of the arrest spread like wildfire. Shock, disbelief, and a sense of grim satisfaction rippled through the community. Friends, neighbors, and colleagues struggled to reconcile the ordinary persona they had known with the crimes that had remained hidden for decades. For the victim's family, the arrest brought a mixture of emotions that words could scarcely describe. Relief battled with the lingering pain of years lost, and validation mingled with sorrow over the life that could never be restored. After decades of waiting, the nightmare had finally been addressed, and for the first time, they could begin to imagine a sense of closure. The arrest sent shockwaves through the small Pennsylvania town. It was one thing to read about cold cases solved in distant cities, but to have a decades-old mystery resolved in their own backyard left residents stunned. Conversations buzzed in grocery stores, churches, and schools. People who had walked past the suspect every day now questioned everything they thought they knew. Social media erupted. News channels reported continuously, and even neighboring towns took note of the extraordinary development. Local authorities held press conferences, carefully recounting the steps that led to the breakthrough. Detectives emphasized the persistence, patience, and meticulous attention to detail that made the resolution possible. Yet, even as official statements were made, the emotional undercurrent ran strong. Families who had felt powerless for decades now felt a renewed faith in law enforcement, while others wrestled with the unsettling reality that someone who appeared ordinary could commit such a heinous act. For the victim's loved ones, the emotional release was profound. Tears flowed, hugs were shared, and years of unanswered questions began to find their shape in a tangible reality. While the arrest could never undo the past, it represented justice finally being served. It was a moment that reinforced the value of persistence, technology, and unwavering commitment to truth, even when hope seems faint. Following the arrest, the legal process unfolded with intense scrutiny. Courtrooms, once distant from the community's attention, became arenas where decades of mystery and pain were dissected publicly. Prosecutors presented the evidence painstakingly reconstructed over years' DNA matches, reanalyzed forensic data, and witness testimonies revisited with modern techniques. Each detail was a testament to the painstaking effort invested by detectives over decades. The defense attempted to challenge the credibility of evidence, citing the passage of time and potential errors in recollection. Yet the advances in forensic technology and the meticulous documentation from the original investigation left little room for doubt. Every piece of evidence, every re-examined lead, painted a coherent picture that left both jurors and observers stunned at the meticulous orchestration of justice. For the community and the family of the victim, the courtroom proceedings were both exhausting and cathartic. Witnessing the suspect held accountable for decades of unanswered questions provided a tangible sense of resolution. The trial not only underscored the consequences of the crime, but also highlighted the incredible evolution of forensic science and the ways in which tenacity and dedication can ultimately prevail, even after decades of waiting. The Pennsylvania 1992 cold case is more than a story of crime and investigation. is a testament to patience, persistence, and the enduring pursuit of justice. Decades can pass, witnesses can forget, and memories can fade. Yet the dedication of those committed to solving cold cases proves that time alone cannot bury the truth. The investigators' refusal to give up, combined with technological advancements, ultimately led to justice being served, a reminder that perseverance matters. For law enforcement agencies, the case became an example of how meticulous evidence preservation, periodic review of unsolved cases, and integration of modern forensic tools can make breakthroughs possible. For families, it was a story of hope, showing that the search for truth is never futile, no matter how long it takes. For the community, it served as both a cautionary tale and a validation of the role of persistence and vigilance. The case also raises questions about ordinary appearances and hidden truths. The individual responsible had lived undetected for decades, reinforcing the idea that evil can hide behind ordinary facades. Yet, despite the deception, the case's resolution highlights that no crime is truly hidden forever, and justice, though delayed, is inevitable when effort and technology converge. As the story of the Pennsylvania 1992 cold case comes to a close, it leaves us with lessons that resonate far beyond the town where it unfolded. It is a story of tragedy and heartbreak, but also of resilience, hope, and unwavering determination. Families who waited decades for answers finally saw the truth revealed. Detectives who refused to give up demonstrated the power of patience and modern technology. And the community, shaken by revelations, was reminded that justice, though sometimes delayed, is never denied. In reflecting on this case, one thing is clear: cold cases are never truly cold. They are reminders that truth has a way of resurfacing, that persistence matters, and that the human desire for justice is a force stronger than time itself. The Pennsylvania cold case of 1992 proves that even after decades of silence, secrets can be uncovered, wrongs can be righted, and a community can finally begin to heal. This story serves as a powerful reminder: no matter how long it takes, the pursuit of truth, accountability, and justice will always matter, and those who refuse to give up can change history, one case at a time.